I've been feeling really inspired lately, and I'm in the mood to build like a little tiny cottage with flowers and this huge garden everywhere, maybe a pond. I know the lot is small, but that's what I'm thinking. We're just gonna fill up the entire thing with plants. Do you get the vibes? And by the way, thanks to our friends at Casetify for sponsoring this video. Okay, I will say though, I don't really know how to do ponds. Like the pond tool is super new. I don't really use terrain tools that often, so I'm trying to like branch out, and I'm trying to force myself to do things that I don't know how to do, because that's how you learn. So we're gonna have to figure this out together, but I do really want it to be like a super small house. Like there's not a lot of lot space here, and I want most of what we're doing to be exterior. Like this could very well be like a studio for all I care. I think I want to do like a big chimney too, but I don't know how dumb it's gonna look if I try and put this here. But I'm kind of like envisioning there being a chimney there or something. You know what I mean? Oh, I think we can make this work. Ooh, oh, not if the lighting looks like that. Oh my goodness. Should this be like a little front door then? This chimney looks kind of dumb. I wish it was taller. Like if it were just a little bit higher up, I'd like it better. We could probably try and sneak it though. Oh, ooh, ew. That's horrible. What does one do about that? Well, maybe if we had like some landscaping kind of covering it in the front, you wouldn't be able to tell as much. Oh, maybe some sort of like curved roof piece. It's a very slight curve. It's not very noticeable. No, 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 no. You have to be on the floor. Okay, good. It is on the floor. Sorry, false alarm. That works. Okay. And then we stick the whole house like somewhere in the back of the lot. And I'm just gonna do some quick like terrain paint. Kind of, oh my God, it's not gonna look like that. I just want to put like a quick like little kind of idea down. We're like sketching it out. Like picture there's gonna be like a bunch of flowers like all in there. Probably something similar like all around the back over here. Maybe the pond then goes like, I don't know, in this area. That's not what it's gonna look like, but you get it. And then there's like trees everywhere. I think that's kind of what I'm imagining. Maybe even a chicken coop or something. Like we'll figure it out. But before I actually get started with landscaping, I want to tell you a little bit about today's sponsor, Casetify. Casetify has actually sponsored the channel before, and I've been using this case ever since. They sent me like loads of them, and I really have been using this like ever since I got it because I think it's so cute. You know what else? This is kind of the vibes for the build that we're going for. With like the flowers and all the plants, it's kind of like pondy. I mean, this is a painting of plants, but you get it. If you're in the market for a new phone case, if you go to casetify.com/lilsimsie, you can get 15% off your order. Casetify is awesome. First of all, their impact and ultra impact cases are made out of 65% recycled and plant-based materials. They have great drop protection, which we all know I need very badly. I am real clumsy. They're compatible with wireless charging and 5G. They have a ton of really cute options. Like it's basically endless. If you scroll through their website, you will see they have so many cute cases, and a lot of them are customizable. Like look at this, I got my name on these. This one says Simsie. And it's kind of shiny, like look at that. Since I got these, it was the first time I ever had like more than one phone case at a time, and I'm not gonna lie, I've really enjoyed like switching it out between things based on what I'm wearing. I know that's so dumb, but like I can match my phone cases to my outfits. They're made out of recycled. Oh my God, that was not for the video. Dan, you gotta cut that out. They're gonna think I did that as like some kind of, oh look, you can drop it and it won't break. Also, I for real need to have a case on my phone at all times because I cannot be trusted. Like I drop this thing way too much, it's kind of embarrassing. And I trust these cases. Like I don't think I'm gonna break it when I have this on. And I haven't broken it yet, and it's been a few months. So that's a good sign, right? Like I said, I'm a big fan of Casetify personally. I love these cases that I have. And if you wanna get one for yourself, casetify.com/lilsimsie. You get 15% off. And with that being said, let's build a garden that looks kind of like this. I'm actually embarrassed that I'm trying to make a house based on my phone case now. That was not my intention, but maybe it works. Maybe it's fun. Okay, we can't keep this terrain paint like this either. I need to do the pond first, I think. Hang on, my cat's yelling. She wants in. Come here, Wormy. You want to hang out with us? We can build a Sims house. You could plug Casetify. They'd probably like that. Okay, if you see a tail, just ignore it. Let's build. Oh my God. It's like right in my face. Okay. I've kind of struggled with making my ponds look natural in the past. Like, I don't know how to do it. I always feel like it always looks like a bean when I try. There's no pond at this location. That's a triangle. Looks kind of like a mushroom, actually. That's not gonna work. Maybe like this? That's just a circle. Oh, okay, that's not good. It's so hard to see what you're doing. I would honestly maybe even be okay with the pond being that big, but then I kind of worry about being able to put landscaping up close to the house, so maybe it shouldn't. Is this one of those things you just like do and redo over and over again until it looks not dumb? Okay, I did something. Actually, that one might work. It's still kind of like a bean, but I don't know. It's not ridiculously unnatural, right? Maybe that's fine. Okay, I might just go around and like do some detailing on the house. I kind of forgot that I'm actually building a house. Like, you know, it's not just gonna be a pond. I also think we have to close off where that is. Like maybe we just pretend that doesn't exist. If I just fill it up with a platform too, that's where the chimney is, it's fine. This could work. We'll do like a bedroom back there. Maybe I'll make it even a little bit bigger. It has a nice ensuite bathroom. The kitchen goes here. Very small living room. I mean, it's not a big house. That's 53 out of 64 tiles. I could maybe even make it a little bit bigger. We could do it like that. A little bit of extra living space. Okay, sure. Kind of want the roof taller too. You know what? I got no clue what kind of fences people use in a cottage. I live in Central Florida. We don't really have this kind of thing around here. I guess the pond, sure, but the chimney, no. The cottage, not really. Stone even, not so much. Lots of like beige suburbia around here. I love these windows. I think they're so cute. Oh, maybe I'll use this door too. That could be fun. Do I have to move the staircase? Should I put it like right there instead so it lines up? And then it poses the question of how many windows are we going to do and where? We could probably get like 2 windows over here because that'll be the living room. We can always move them. I mean, that back part of the house doesn't really matter. Oh, I can just tell already this place is gonna be so expensive and it's so small. It will have no business being that costly. What's that? Oh, is that the roof? Oh, weird. Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay, you can fix that kind of thing if you just get like a second roof and then it can overhang on that side but not on this side, and then you won't have a clipping problem. I want to use these little pieces. I want it to be fancy. Yeah, I feel like this side of the house is gonna need more, but I don't know if I want there to be more windows over here. These are from university. How tiny is this one? Oh, not tiny. If that fit better, that would be great. Even that one's a little bit too big. What sort of teeny windows do we have? Oh, like that one's really small. Or this one, this could work. If we made it white, it blends in. Oh, what if it was pointy? Oh, that's kind of cute. And I guess we can put like lots of landscaping in to fill in the like parts that look odd. Cause I would argue that this part looks a little bit odd. But oh, that window's nice. That's a nice touch. Fine, okay. Now I say we just go wild with plants. I think I wanna put like a fake yard. I don't necessarily want it to be like all the way filled in, but if there was like a little bit of fence over here, because then it kind of gives us a clear direction for like, okay, that's where the plants are gonna go that we actually grow. Like over here is where these go, possibly with like some flowers around them. Honestly, maybe even bring it 1 tile down so we can like, I want room for bushes back there, basically. And then I want to still be able to walk around it. I need my Sims to walk around this and have bushes. I'm breaking out the debug landscaping too. Preferably the cottage living stuff because cottage living has so many cute like debug trees. Like honestly, this kind of thing is exactly what I want it to look like. I'll scoot it back like as far as I can. And there's a couple different sizes of it too, so we can kind of mix and match a little. Wow, nice and shaded right where the crops need to go. Perfect. Wait, now I'm trying to decide if it would be better if we used like the windows with the shutters instead. I mean, the shutters are huge, but like maybe that would be kind of cute. There's green in the door. Oh, I like this. Never mind, I'm changing it. I want to do these. It looks kind of busy too, which is sort of what I was going for. I forgot to put these over here. We need them everywhere. Now there's trees blocking everything, so I can't even see. Now we gotta work some terrain paint magic. I want to like sort of make a custom path. Maybe even it could come closer to the pond. Cause, well, I don't know what is gonna be around the pond. I guess it should sort of follow it, maybe? And then I feel like it should kind of branch out this way. And then honestly, I feel like we could probably just put it like all the way under and then we fill in with plants and dirt where necessary. It's not gonna be that wide. Don't worry. It's probably gonna be like really skinny. Honestly, it could be like right up to the edge there. No, that's weird. I don't know what I want it to look like. I think it has to be kind of right up to the edge over here. Maybe we scoot them forward. Oh, that's better. Okay. Hard to look at this right now and know what it's gonna look like, but I swear it'll be cool. Like so many plants everywhere. And then there's the pond problem, which is possibly the worst part for me. I'm really unsure of what to do about that. So maybe I'll do that first. We get like a log, maybe some extra lily pads everywhere. I don't know. We make the water like leafy. Sure. Yeah, I think we could put like loads of stuff like this around. It's okay if it looks overgrown because that's what we're going for. And then if we filled in with like a bunch of rocks too, we could even like line this side of it with rocks. And then we could just have the path go straight up to it. I'm not really sure at what point the rocks look dumb. And we could probably use terrain paint to sort of blend everything in. Huge rock, perhaps? I don't want to put rocks everywhere. Just like maybe the 2 sides is right. Well, and then when there's like a bunch of plants in here, maybe that'll help. Cool, it's floating. I don't know how to do it. This'll work. I want to put a bunch of these blue hydrangeas and then maybe like some sort of yellow flower because that door, the stained glass door has blue, yellow, and green. And so we have like the green roof, we got some blue flowers, we'll get some yellow flowers, and hopefully that'll tie everything together. So do I just fill in the, well, let's put terrain paint like all around the pond, because honestly some of that will help. Oh, actually the pond being brown underneath really helps. It looks dirty. Maybe that's okay. It just needs to be blended in better. I think that's part of what I'm struggling with, is that it doesn't look right. Like there's something about it that looks off, but once we blend it in, it should be okay. I never claimed that I was good at this or that I knew what I was doing. Yeah, maybe we just do like a very big brush, kind of like all around the build, honestly. Oh, and then we want to put dirt like underneath the plants too. Just blends it in. Doesn't like stick out as much anymore. Okay, I think that's all the blue ones that I want to do. Let's see about some yellow. We've got options. I don't think I want to go for like that much, but we could definitely stick like some of these little flowers around. That's good to fill in some of these like little skinnier spaces too. Oh, see, that looks really cool by the pond. Hang on, the cat wants out. She needs to pick what she wants. Can I stick those like lower down, kind of by the water, and that spot right there? That's kind of cool. Okay, so I'm basically trying to figure out some layering. That one's nice because it's big. That could work. Okay, so if we did like mostly these, and then we just got like some extra sunflowers and maybe some like plain bushes to fill up any extra empty space. I worry about like this area because it's so wide. Maybe I'll just like sneak it in a little bit more. If I make it a little bit smaller, perhaps? A little bit less to fill, maybe? I don't know, do I just put like some more of the pale low-lying flowers in there? I always struggle with like big spaces like that. I'm good at layering when it's like, I don't know, small skinny parts like these, but when there's big empty spaces, that's where I start to struggle to figure out what to do. And I know we also talked about putting like some sort of little tree or something in here just to block the clipping, because the clipping is really annoying on the chimney, but I like it, so I don't know what to do. I like the chimney, not the clipping, in case that wasn't clear. Oh, what if we did a couple little planter boxes? That could help fill up this space. Now I kind of want the roof to be even more green, but I feel like that's too much. So I don't know what to do. Oh, I like this paneling better, the like vertical paneling. That's way cuter. Okay, maybe I do like the dark green. It looks kind of cool with all the plants. There's not really much to put on the porch, right? I'm just thinking if there's anything else I want to put outside, I probably should do it now. Like if I got some bees, could I just like stick a little bee box back there? If you're gonna do any beekeeping, this might be the kind of house you'd want to use for it. So I should make it possible. And then, you know, there's not really much else we need to do on the outside, I don't think. It's not huge. I will say it actually kind of does look like the phone case. Oh, maybe I'll switch these to blue. That's so cute. I love the lily pads. I want to visit this house. Okay, sorry. Focus. The inside shouldn't take us that long either because it's not big. And it's actually a tiny home, so you'll get all the tiny home perks, like double skill gain, less bills. Like, it's not a bad spot to be. It will be expensive though. And I suppose if you have a single sim living here, they might not have the money to afford a house like this. I kind of want to do some little stone in the kitchen and in the bathroom. If I do stone and I make this the kitchen though, it's gonna be so small, but I could do it like that. This could work. Think about it, right? We have the stove there, fridge goes here, that little matching sink. Probably need a light. I almost wish that sink wasn't like gold. I don't know if it looks weird or not. And I don't love the stove either. I could always use the one that came with the kit, but then again, I don't know what I would do cabinet wise. Oops. Too much. We don't have much room for cabinetry. That I will say. It's not gonna be that fancy. That could work. Oh, it's so small. Oh my gosh, we could do it like this. Oh, stop. We could do it like that and have it be extra tiny, but I don't really want to. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. That works. And then as far as the rest of the space goes, we need to figure out how to get doors. Doors, maybe some sort of dining table, and obviously a living room. I would have loved to have had a fireplace because we have this huge giant chimney, but it's not a huge giant room. So I don't want to do like too much. It would be cute though. What kind of couches do we have? Anything like teeny that'll fit? This is the one that the pack came with. It's enormous. Oh, the little bench. Wait, we should put this somewhere because that would look so cute outside. Like, stop. Look at that in green too. I mean, like this kind of thing is sort of the vibes. I hate to say it, but I don't know what else we would use. And it's small. Are there any like really skinny bookcases? Because I mean, that could work. I'd hate to like fill up the whole room with a bookshelf, but I'm just trying to get some extra like stuff going on in here. Oh no. Floating. Oh, that would look so cool on that whole wall though. If we just embrace it and make this entire room really cluttered, I don't think that would be a bad thing. Yeah, what if we swap it so that the fireplace is over here? Odd, to say the least, but maybe it'll work. Maybe I'll do no stone too instead so that it feels a little bit bigger in here because we're taking up a lot of space. I love that rug. It's so pretty. Now the question is, does a coffee table fit? Or is it too tight of a squeeze? I think that works. And then we should be able to put a window here, and then maybe like a little tiny table, 3 chairs, nothing fancy. I mean, yeah, should work. I'm not a huge fan of the combination of colors here. That much I will say. I kind of wish the table was just white. Well, that could work. Oh my gosh, we need a trash can. Totally forgot about that. I mean, we could probably sneak it like in the corner or something over here. Easy. I'm not gonna put one inside either, because first of all, you can just put it outside. If your Sims have trash, they can just put it outside. It's fine. I kind of want the floor to be darker. I feel like it looks cozier that way. Oh, and we could do a fun brick in the kitchen. Cool. Maybe like a tiny old TV or something just up on the mantle there. Oh, and it's floating. Okay, awesome. I actually think that's kind of cool. It's also useful because, let's be real, your Sims are gonna need to get their fun up somehow. I guess they could like fish in their pond. Can I put that outside somehow, or is that simply too much? I genuinely love the concept of that, but also I feel like it ruins the whole point with the shutters because you can't see them anymore. One of these days I'm gonna build an entire house just based on that thing. Mark my words. One of these days I'll figure out a way to do it. Look at how cute the little pig planter is. And we could put like some oranges or something in the corner, and then your Sims could cook on that counter. That'll be fine. Coat rack's too big. Maybe we could do this one. I like the idea of a coat rack. I don't want to take up too much space though. Okay, I was trying to figure out the bathroom and I took a real detour because of that leaf thing. I was looking at this and it really just made me lose track of everything I was working on. So let's figure out this bathroom. I have absolutely no clue what I want it to look like. I think it's also important to note that this is not a very big room. So whatever we do, gotta be careful about space. It would make a lot more sense if we only had a shower instead of a tub, because like the tub takes up way more space, but I really like the idea of the tub. It feels like so cute in this little tiny room. See, that's nice, and I think it should still function. I'm pretty sure it still functions. Okay, and then the bedroom is a whole other beast because I don't know if we can fit a double bed in here. Oh, I forgot about the landscaping in the back. Oh, I keep jumping around. This is bad. I'm never gonna finish if I keep doing this. I just keep going back and forth to random things. It's fine, just a couple extra plants back there. Well, as far as the bed goes, we could fit a double bed like that, but you can't really have a nightstand. So we could put it like there against the wall. Maybe that's fine. And we'd maybe like stick a plant on one side or something just so it looks natural. Should still function back there, so that shouldn't be a problem. I do want to get a computer. I'm gonna use an old one, but I do really want to have a computer in here. I feel like that's important. And maybe a dresser? Does it fit? Can I scoot the bed back? I think your Sims are smart enough to walk through that little corner. I think. Emphasis on think. There's no desk from cottage living. Oh, I just want the wood colors to match. I feel like I'm not asking for much here, and yet apparently it's not something I can achieve. Honestly, an extra window might be like perfect in here. Just windows everywhere because there's not much else we can do. And then somehow we clutter it. We get like books and a lamp, maybe. Sims are decently smart. I think they'll be able to figure out that they can still use this bed if there's a lamp right there. Oh my god, this room's kind of ugly. I kind of like it though. Like something about it being ugly sort of feels appropriate to me. They have like a little ribbon because they won some sort of festival or something. There's like no wall space to use this kind of painting. Is there any like miscellaneous decor? Maybe some jars. Oh, we should totally use this little gnome somewhere. That's so cute. And honestly, the bunny as well. Maybe I can go by this. Oh, I want that thing in real life. The little bunny statue is adorable. I do think we need some sort of wall decor though, like maybe a clock somewhere. This one is cute. It works. Paintings, maybe? I don't know. I like this. If we put like a couple more clutter things, like some shoes. I want to come visit this house. I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of how the outside turned out, especially the pond. Like, I just think it looks really cute. That is the front of the lot, right? Oh my god, why? Oh, the Sims 4 gallery is so annoying. Okay, save the game. Then we rotate the lot, because apparently this is the front. Who knew? Okay, fixed. Actually, the lighting looks better that way anyway. So maybe it's fine. Maybe it's better off. What's that? What is that? Is that a column? Oh my god, why would it do that? Why would I want the column up there? Okay, you know what, game? I think we're done here. Oh, it's not that expensive. It's only 26,000. Well, there. It's on the gallery if you want to download it. I did use quite a few packs, so I apologize. And before I leave, thanks again to Casetify for sponsoring the video. Truly, I love Casetify. I have really enjoyed having these cases from them. So if you're looking to get a new one, if you go to casetify.com/lilsimsie, you get 15% off. I'll have that link down below too if you want to just click it. And with that being said, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. We really did fill up that entire lot too. Like, there's no empty space left.